Hi, hi, everybody. It's a hot day in Amina. I am not in Cape Coast today. I am in Amina today, and I'm here with a dear I've adopted as a grandson. Very, very talented. Very, very talented. He's going to tell you about the story of how we met, but I had to stop to do an interview with him. But today is so hot. And so we're just trying to stay cool here, okay? So what we did, I'm gonna give Charlotte a shout out. What kind of juice is this, babe?
It's a moringa thing.
Yeah, no, it's lime, lemon,
Anyway, it's good and it's helping with this warm weather. So we'll be drinking pineapple and something.
Pineapple, mint, and celery.
Yeah, pineapple, mint, and celery. So we'll be taking sips out of this while we're talking.
All right.
So let me introduce you to my grandson, Quaco, and he's going to tell them how we met. It's a funny story.
Yeah. Interesting. Thank you for the opportunity given. I'm Kweku, like Granny said. How we met was so awesome that sometimes I can't express, I can't talk about it. You know, it so happens one eve night, that was Christmas, that was a New Year night. And I saw this special grandmother here, this parent I have. You know, already I had a couple of things shown on YouTube, and she commented that she really wanted to meet me. And interestingly, you know, one of those things are things that I feel a lot of people come through and I don't really pay attention to until, you know, I see the push up and the kind of energy the person is trying to put before I give in. So on this party night, I saw this amazing grandmother right here. And I was like, no. It just crossed my mind. My brother was like, yo, go back. I mean, these are the grandparents we saw comment on our project. And I was like, really? Okay, let me just approach. I did approach, and truly, they were this amazing, beautiful, and awesome family I have right now. It was so great, and it's so much to talk about, and I don't think that will be so good for me to talk about right now. It's going to take a whole lot of time, and so I would just put that one on the side. But it's so amazing. Right after there, this family has gone through so many amazing things, and I can't really express it all. My big ups to my parents right there, my grandparents right there. They've been awesome to my journey in the art so far, ever since meeting and ever since being adopted. It has been so great. It's been so great.
Well, thank you. We have grandchildren and nieces and nephews in Ghana that we pretty much have adopted. They come into our lives in many different ways.
Yes.
And they've adopted us.
And they've adopted us.
Of course.
Yeah,
It's awesome. Yeah.
those that have adopted us, they take care of us just like we are their uncle and aunt and grandma and granny, and we have all those names. That's the way it is here in Ghana, and I'm sure it's like that in probably other countries on the continent.
Mm-hmm.
Family is a big thing, but we're not gonna get on that. We're gonna talk about this young man and the gift that God has given him, and I want to know, would it really hit you for you to realize, I'm an artist. I'm an artist.
Okay. I won't speak much on this, but I'm gonna just do a little. I was born into a family of art. My great grandfather was an artist. My father is an artist, and myself, my brother, my mother, everybody.
Wow.
So it's a family of art, you know.
Family of art.
Yes, and my father, I'm the last one of three boys.
Ah.
Yeah, everybody, you know, do their art, but I'm the one that is pursuing one. I've actually taken the footsteps of my dad directly, and even more. So he needed to put me into school to learn more. I was an apprentice when I was a very child, you know, among some big guys, and I was the only little boy learning art. So growing up as a child, I grew to a point to see that I always see paintings, I always see brushes, I always see canvases, I always see palettes. So where do I find myself? And it was a given talent. When I was a little, I was using this kind of clay to mold sculptures and all of that without being taught. So my dad came to realize that it was a given thing. So he needed to put more, emphasis on how to put me to that very angle. So he was more stressed on me. He was more hard on me. Every day I need to learn and get back to my pencils, palettes, brushes. So this is where I find myself to be
Yeah.
part of this.
And you find peace in that, right?
Very.
Yeah.
This is where I find my comfort. Anytime I'm stressed and I'm behind canvas like this, I feel joy. Sometimes it flows.
You're into your world.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm actually into my world. It's so amazing when you have passion to do something, you don't question it. You don't think twice doing it.
And you don't get tired.
You don't get tired,
You don't get tired.
You don't really get tired in doing it. So this is me and this is what I do.
So I know that you've done big sculptures, huge ones. I've seen one, at least I've seen one. And tell us about that. When someone bring you on for a project like that, do they give you a sketch of what they want, a picture of what they want? How does that work?
Okay. We have a commission job. When somebody commissions your job, this is what happens. The client either comes with a thumbnails ideas. Okay, this is how I want it. This is how I want everything to be like. This is how I want the color schemes to be like.
Mm-hmm.
So with all these things, you putting everything together as an artist, you must know if what this layperson's view is correct in the art world. So when you put all these things together, you'll be able to sit at him or head down, be like, hey, this is what I came out with. I think your idea is so great, but I think we need to add up this and take this out. So we combine ideas in, we make it work out.
Okay.
So sometimes, some people just want exactly what they want.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to work for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know I worked with a couple of artists, and I know I have gone back. They've done the art. I've given them something to say, but they take it and they do it,
Mm-hmm.
and then they add a little bit of something, and then I go,
Yeah.
and I go, no, that's not really what I want.
Yeah.
But they've been great. They've been great, and they will. And this particular one would say, as an artist would never do this. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because it's too much of this.
Yeah.
And I go, okay, but I want this. And I've never got any, oh, no. And they say, here it is. This is what you want. I go, okay, can you add a little more orange in here right here?
Yeah.
So, because I am an artist also,
Yeah.
I don't do work like this, but I'm an artist.
Of course.
But I do know what I want,
Of course.
And what I'm saying is, I know sometimes you just have to say, okay, let me just satisfy the customer here.
Of course.
Satisfy the customer.
Yeah.
But yeah. Now, it's different if I come and see your work and I go, oh, this is really nice. I want it. I wouldn't, if you were in a gallery or having a show or whatever, I wouldn't go and say, well, can you put a little more gold on the show? I wouldn't do that.
Do it. Yeah.
Yeah. But if I bring it to you, it's what I want.
Exactly.
Yeah. So tell me this. I remember talking to you and I said, okay, Kwaku, what was the first piece that you ever done? The very first piece. And how old were you?
Okay, great. My first piece, my professional first piece was a project with my dad. It was a trial for me. So it happened in Coconut Grove Beach Resorts. And it's so unfortunate that it was just last year that they took it off. So most people that are watching YouTube, I think, if you make it to, if you ever made it to Coconut Grove Beach Resorts, on the bar, there is this lobster and fish. I did it when I was 14 years old.
Mm.
That was my professional job. It was a sculpture work, but we call it plug.
Mhm,
It's a halfway done. It's actually 2-dimensional project on a wall.
mhm.
Yeah, it's been there since long. I think since 2000 and since 2002. Tell you, since 2002. So I've been in this world of art all my life, and I still live by this art.
So tell me, being an artist just in the Cape Coast area, uh, how difficult is that?
Great.
Because there are artists here, and I know of a lot of much as I know more than a handful of artists here.
Yeah.
And I know for artists, period, universal is a hard thing.
Yeah.
You it's a hard thing. You pay your dues, and sometimes it hits in, sooner or later, and later is a struggle.
Yeah.
Because artists have to survive, right?
Of course.
So, being an artist in the Cape Coast area, what have you found what has been the most challenging thing for you?
Well, this is a great question. Being an artist in general is a tedious thing, and coming into my society, first of all, Africans don't appreciate art. The best art too comes from Africa. I ain't gonna lie, but the people along would never appreciate whatever an artist do.
Why do you think that is?
Good, because they don't find meanings to what we do.
Is that because they're immersed in it? It's all around them?
Of course, that is one factor, and two, monetary factor as well. People be like, I like this, but I cannot waste the little money I have to buy this.
I understand. So the
You feel
economy
me?
plays a big role.
Yeah,
The economy plays a big role in a lot of things here.
of course.
A lot of things.
And this is just timiding a lot of like young artists out there. They don't want to come out because they don't find this job very profitable. And so it so happens that it is just happening for the community to lose a lot of like talent when it comes to artists. It is so hard, like growing up in a community where everybody be like, what kind of job are you choosing? This is not a profession,
Mhm.
And growing up and seeing people always against what you draw in school when you were in elementary school, they be like, learn something better. You can do better. This is not what is going to put me on your table.
Yeah.
It's just going to bring everything out of you. But coming from a family of art, that never, put me down.
Yeah.
I kept going.
But think about not coming from a family of artists, and you have this. See, art is something that drives you. If you're an artist, it drives you, and so it's a passion.
Yeah.
It's and see everybody is really born with something.
Something
But
exactly.
everybody really can't find what
What
it
it-
is. There's
exactly
some people
what I'm
are still
on.
struggling on a
Yeah.
journey. But to be in a family, you're totally blessed because you were just
Appreciate
around artists,
Appreciate it.
as opposed to I know a little fellow now. I don't know his family. It seems like they're really nice parents. This young man is 14 years old, and when you come to my house, I'm going to show you
Okay.
his art, and I just love it. I love it. I love it. I
It's
love it.
great.
And he his name is Kevin. And Kevin, I hope that you watch this video
Hmm.
because you are really good. And Kevin, I thought Kevin was doing the first piece of art when he did mine, but he had told me he had done someone else's. But I know I'm in the top 5 of what he's done.
Oh yeah.
And so, say for an example, him, and he's not. I think his family. I know his family supports him, but a family that let's say they're struggling already.
Mhm.
Okay, to put food on the table.
Yeah.
Okay, and then your child decides that no, I don't want to go to college. No, I want to do this. I want to do this. This is what I was born to do. It's hard for that family to understand that.
Yeah.
It's hard for the artists to understand what the
course.
parents are saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but being an artist is hard, universal. Universal. I've dealt with artists for a long, long time.
Yeah.
And it's hard. It is a struggle. But you have to hang in there. You just have to hang in
Yeah.
there.
There's also one struggle that people don't want to talk on screens like this. The artists in Cape Coast, not just Cape Coast, I can say, basically in Ghana, they don't like to appreciate themselves and love themselves as well. Basically, most artists feel like this whole thing is just mine. I need to grab it. I don't care about whosoever is a special person in this field that deserves this job I have. I'm gonna grab it even if I'm not a specialist on that field.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they don't like to promote themselves. They like to fight amongst each other. There's one struggle I can see in the community. For me, I'm open to a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
I even have quite some few people that I teach as an apprentice. You know, they can tell you. If you interview them, they can tell you. I always want to let the talent of the people come out there. It's not just only art. I'm an activist as well, you know. So if I see some talent in somebody and the person is not able to know that capability, I try to bring that thing out of the person. It's a blessing on myself, not just on the person per se. It's just a blessing. God is going to add some blessings in my life. But here lies a situation where an artist will see that and it'll be like, this is a great talent. If I do help this person, he's going to be greater than I am. Oh. There is one of the fights we have in the society. And I can't hide this thing from the camera. Even the school I went, my teachers, I can say one particular teacher was just, and I came out.
Yeah.
I came out with some great.
Yeah.
You know, and it's so happening. These are the very things I can say one of the biggest challenges I can also talk about. But people don't want to bold themselves out, stand as a bold people, come out boldly to talk about these things. We need to fight these things. We need to come as one people.
Yeah. Another thing that I found out too about artists here is I talk to all the artists around, and I'll say, well, Tom over there is doing this. Have you met Tom? No. What do you mean? What do you mean? No. What, you know, Grandma.
Yeah.
What do you mean? No, you haven't met Tom, because Tom is just not even a half a block away from you. And so how would you not have met Tom? So
you know what I'm saying?
That in itself, of course, you know, I gave him the grandma thing. You know,
yeah.
I doubt.
Yeah.
Look, you brothers need to come together as artists. Yeah. And you do. Just think how strong it would be. You know, don't be afraid. Yeah. Don't be afraid. You know, where's the art association here in Cape Coast? Do they have one? Okay, there you go.
I mean, right Grandpa, this is something, you know. Yeah, easier said than that. Yeah,
you got to start somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Okay, look at us with one community. When we started, we had 12. Now 35, 40.
And I know it's going to double up our next meeting.
We are not even worried, because everything that comes to you is supposed to come to you.
Of course.
But so therefore, you just keep doing what you're doing.
Exactly.
And then.
I'm sorry, brief side note. What is one community, please?
Oh, I'm sorry. One community.
Great.
20 seconds is what you're giving me? Oh, I love my husband, the cameraman. One community is, I don't want to call it an organization, because we're not an organization.
We're a family.
We're a family, right? That's right. We're a family of,
huh? A meet up.
Of course.
A meet up. A family of meetups. But anyway, one community started back like in January, and this vision came to me. And when visions come to me, I know God is speaking to me. And so being here, like I have been here almost a year. Please don't stop me now. Please don't stop me now, please. We have been here for almost a year, and this vision came to me that diasporans and Ghanaians are two. We already know this. Are two different cultures, right?
Yeah.
And so the vision was to find ways to help these two cultures to blend. I say connect.
Connect.
Yeah. So we just started it. We said, okay, let's do this. And so you can find no, we have not. I forgot we haven't done we haven't do that. But anyway, we are on WhatsApp, and anybody can come in. And anybody, if you're watching from Cape Coast, Amina, any of the existing cities
Central
around,
region, yeah.
we meet like the fourth Sunday of every month, and so far the last two have been at, excuse me, Becky K's.
Biggie Cat.
I'm sure the third one's going to be there also.
Mhm.
But we come together, and and what's happening with this group of people that meet, we don't go in with any structure. We
Yeah.
do have, we might throw out a keyword, or we might throw out, this is what's happening, and we just let it flow and take its own thing. Doc, do you want to say something?
No, I want you to come. The reason I asked about that is because you had mentioned the art group, the art world
Yeah.
come together.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so one community was used as an example.
Example,
Uh,
I just
yeah.
wanted to
Okay.
Show lights
We're
on
just-
now.
We're just bringing people together.
Yeah.
Exactly. There you
Yeah,
go.
we're bringing people together.
Wow. That's great.
So, okay, so we got our first piece of art from you that you did, and I know that you did a sculpture. We talked about that. And so, what do you think that your future plans? Oh, you have a vision. Talk to us about the vision you have. Yeah, tell me more about
All right. There is a project that I really want to do, and it's been worked on and it's still working on. It is about art and the life of the people in the continent. So I've already had a discussion, conversations about
Right.
into yeah.
It's just suggesting don't put it all out.
Oh, yeah, a little bit of it, a little bit of it. So this is just going to help to promote what artists do behind the scenes,
that. Okay.
the life they live.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how they come up producing a lot of things, the regular lives of the people connecting to the artist.
Okay.
Not just only the artist per se, but any interesting people around the community.
Okay.
So it's about lifestyle people live generally.
Okay.
That revolves around art, because we believe that art is life and art is everything. It's just a craft. Even sweeping on the floor is art. It's an art of, doing something. So this is something that is great, and it has been on my heart for a long time. And I know pretty much soon that journey will be kicking.
Great.
I know.
We can't wait to follow you, to see you, what you're doing, how you're doing it, who you're doing it with,
Yes.
when you do it,
yes,
how to do it, and all that other stuff.
Yes.
So tell me, how much of your art is on canvas? Do you have lots of art on canvas?
Yeah, I do. I mean, I have a lot being sent to the United States, like 4 of them probably on a gallery being sold. And like I said, I used to have some client that comes down to pick my paintings and go overseas and sell. But based on COVID and other stuff, like I lose these people and we're not connecting. They're not making businesses anymore. I don't know what, but I've been talking to them. They are nowhere near this very moment to start working on that project. So I'm just doing my little thing based on commissions, and I need to take a quick, one right now. This is something that just crossed my mind. I'm a scope artist. When we say scope artist, an artist that does a lot of different things in art. So I'm a sculptor. I'm a painter. I'm a graphic designer, and a ceramist. So basically, these are my specialties. But I learned something that Dad used to do most that people really know him of is about the costuming. And I can just put it on. You can search Hippies of Elmina on Google, Hippies of Elmina. You're going to read a lot about him. So that is just one side of him. He used to be this type of person that works for costuming, stage settings, and all of that in the concert parties. When we say concert parties, like the comedy sections here back then. So some of these things are the things that my dad, also do aside of the things I did mention, and it's a lot. When we break this, it comes with a lot. So even with opinions, a lot of people don't do certain things. I do chiaroscuro, I do mosaic, I do pyrographies. It's amazing. You're gonna know everything. When I really start working, you're gonna see a different kind of art. I do impasto. So let me just take it real quick. Impasto is a painting that comes with a rough texture on the surfaces.
Okay, the texture.
So you'll be using the palette knives. I don't have, yes. Example of these.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
most people are specialized in one areas, but it's a blessing. I always say it's a blessing. So my word of art is a different story, and I need to let people know that there are great talents in Africa. But based on certain reasons, those talents are not shoot out there. So if I get opportunity, I'm gonna let every person that is around the corner shine with this project we just talked about. So it's amazing having you in my section today.
Well,
And
thank you, darling. Thank you so much. What I would like to do is um, place a piece of your art in a place that I know.
okay,
That will allow it to come.
this is 10% done.
That's 10% done.
I'm telling you, you're gonna see the final work. Grandpa, you can,
Right.
yeah. This is 10% done. It has an inspiration.
So would this be a piece that you would?
This
want
is a
to
black
place-
man.
Place in the public.
Good. This is a black man.
Okay.
Off the top, like he woke up in the morning thinking about how to start the day.
Mm.
So trying to get the lace down means you are ready to fight for the love and the life that you are here to carry in a day.
Okay.
Is this commissioned or one that you just?
It's just an
started on your own?
inspiration.
Yeah.
It's not a commission
Yeah.
job.
So this is one that you would want to sell then.
Oh yeah, I mean,
yeah.
when I'm
Okay.
done,
Yeah, when you're done. I need it by the end of April, darling.
no problem.
Yeah.
Grandma, no
I need
problem.
it by the end of April.
No
Yeah, just-
pressure.
No pressure,
I'm
Grandma.
telling you. have it-
No,
get it
no
framed,
problem, Grandma.
framed and everything so we can put it up. Okay?
All right, all
Yes.
right.
And make sure the signature go right on.
Oh yeah, my autograph will definitely come. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's an amazing story that you have, and a story that you should continue to tell.
Hmm.
You don't stop telling your story.
Yeah.
Because we learned that last week, 2 weeks ago, when
Yeah.
in one community,
Yeah.
a person told, and people start telling their stories, and that I think that is such a connection, not just to the people that you're telling it to, but it does so much. It does so much for the people that you're telling it to,
Yeah.
because someone listens to your story and thought that their story is so terrible.
Of course.
They find out that it wasn't that bad after all. And that's what I like about telling stories.
Exactly,
Yeah,
Grandma.
yeah. So continue to do that. Another thing too, have you worked with kids before?
Okay, let me take this opportunity. I was looking forward to have some classes with kids.
Mhm.
Talent, it's something that is nurtured. If you see people having talents from the infancy, you have to groom them to have that kind of energy, love around whatever the talent is. So it has been my passion always to carry people from the childhood, from that very little age. There you can probably nurture them to the people that you really want them to be. Okay. So it is something that I worked on like last years that I would have wanted to do an online classes for kids. But I worked so hard that I can't even talk on the screen. It never worked out. So if I may have an opportunity, I mean, the people that I teach as apprentices, some are very tender. I have like currently have like 16 years. I have 12 years that is coming. That will be joining me soon. So kids are my thing. Kids are the people I always love. Anyway, that's just one of the side. I mean, I'm called Ejayana. So Ejayana means father is precious. So you can know how precious like every father is to a child. So all children likes me and I always want to do things for kids. So it's something that I'm looking forward to. I tried working out with this person that was helping to do this online thing, but
Well, I think that online is good. And, we all learn in different ways.
Yeah.
Some of us are visual, some of us
yeah,
kids like to touch.
I know.
So they like to touch. And I like to touch too. So maybe I've never lost that part of the kid in me. But I'm saying that to say it is very, 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 I won't say easy because I don't know how easy, but to place yourself in an environment here within Amina outside, get close outside to gravitate to kids, so kids can gravitate to you. And that's why I asked that question. I know one artist that I talked to a year ago about the same thing is now meeting with kids where he has to turn kids away because he doesn't have enough brushes. You hear me, audience? He doesn't have enough brushes or canvas, and he doesn't have all the money to buy all of that.
That is one of the
We're
things.
going to talk about some things privately, personally.
No
and then we're gonna
problem,
come back
Grandma.
later.
I'm always there,
We're gonna talk
I'm
about
always
some
there.
things
Yeah.
because I know I'm dealing with. I'm volunteering at an orphanage right now,
Great.
and I know if they brought any art into that, it would be great. That was
Yes, I know. I like that. I just want to quickly talk about something else. There is this thing I volunteered to work for. That was a couple of years ago. My dad used to be an instructor there. So most of the time, daddy want me to go there because the kids like me. They really love me so bad. So it's about, teaching vocations, bead making, art, carpentry, this and that. So our part was the art. And the kids, I can tell you right now, they are doing amazing out there. They never had a professional training. It was just through that kind of little training over there. They are doing amazing out there.
Yeah.
They are big guys right now, and I can see it, and I feel so proud to be part of that. And like I said, I always want to do things for the people that have the talent out there. No matter who you are, no matter your age.
There's just so many things that can be done. There's just so many things that could be done. And I think that because people are living their lives and they are trying to maintain their lives, and so therefore they're just looking straight ahead and not outside the box.
Oh yeah.
And that's with artists and everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
And it is so much out there, I'm gonna say out there in our communities that needs to be done.
Yeah.
And if we stop thinking about ourselves so much, because when we think about ourselves so much, it might become selfish.
Yeah.
And so when you're selfish, you just can't give.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's another thing with one community. You just want to massage people so they feel so good about themselves that they can just start connecting.
Exactly.
And that's the way I would love to see the art world and everything else around here. Because I'm not going to get into me. And he's so happy that I'm not getting into me. But anyway, it's all about Quaco today. So we jump back on it, Daddy. Okay. Anyway, so you talked about now what you what you want to do for the future, and I know that you're going to go back and you're going to continue to work on that, and we're so happy about that. I know you have a mystery piece over here.
Yeah.
It's something that you're working on that you want show me.
Yeah, this is like, and I mean, I'm gonna talk a little about it. Grandpa, you can just show it, but we cannot unveil it.
We cannot unveil this yet.
Yeah, this is a commission job that was commissioned. That was last year, and the roots of the job is pretty much simple. I can just show you, like, I did behind the scene.
Mhm.
Yeah. So this is a great person. I don't want to mention the name though.
Right.
Yeah. So in this particular moment, you cannot put it straight on the camera like that. When it's being unveiled, you have all that it takes to make every video, everything.
Mhm.
In our world, there are reasons to certain things that people don't know. I'm taking this opportunity to teach my other colleague artists. This is a job for me.
Mhm.
This is my own creativity,
Exactly.
my own inspiration.
Mhm.
When I see this job being painted by the same artist, I can sue the artist
Mhm.
for big money.
Mhm.
But I don't care because I know I'm on the right channel. And this cannot be, stolen
Mhm.
because it's already been talked about. My inspiration was so huge about whatever I spoke about was just a prefix.
Mhm.
When it's being hanged in a museum or gallery or something, that's where all of these things will be talked about.
Mhm.
So in the art world, a lot of people don't really take it. They think it's just a wayside thing. The more you keep working days on your paintings, the more it gets value. People don't know certain things. So you can see a lot of people do YouTube and they come next day with a different dress. They're trying to tell you that work is very tedious. It takes a lot of time, energy to work on this. Okay, so when things like this, the policies governing the art world, it's not working. You're not respecting the job. Okay, I know I'm talking to my grandparents, and this is just something I'm really doing in a day, and it's not, this is like a 10% thing done. I'm good. I'm way too good.
Yeah.
But this is almost done, and this is something not for myself,
This is
something for
personal.
somebody,
This is
personal,
for someone.
somebody.
So, yeah.
So people don't really, put these things in considerations.
Mhm.
If you know what you're doing, you do it and do best.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we'll come back for the big reveal.
Oh yeah.
And so I'll bring all you guys back through the Appreciative Eye.
Yeah.
We can see this masterpiece over here that you've been working
Most
on
definitely
for
going to
about a
happen.
year?
Yeah, it was last year, somewhere September, if I can guess right. We started like September last year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll come back.
There are a lot of like projects oncoming. The chief of Agenda is talking to me about projects that you're gonna love to see because I'm gonna start everything with you, and I'm looking forward to it. My brother, we work both, but I mean, I want to take a shout out. He is my mastermind over everything.
Come on out so we can see.
So this is crazy.
Okay. Come on out, bruh. Come on out. Come on over here. So do you approve of everything that your brother said today?
Yeah. I do.
So tell the people who you are.
Hello, my name is Ken, and my local dialect name is Akwesi, means Sunday born. And he is my younger brother, and then we've been working since our childhood. So most guys knows that we are twins, but we are not. He is my backbone. So honestly, some of the ideas portraying our job comes from me, and then he mostly exhibited.
Mastermind.
So
This is mastermind.
Yeah.
Okay.
So everything that he speaks about today is what I wanted him to, because we thought of coming out here to let people know how we are and what we are capable of doing when it comes to art world and beyond. So I'm glad that my parents were here to interview us today to know what we are about to do, aside even the commission jobs or personal ones coming. Because we have a lot coming, because we are deciding to meet the MP here to create something huge for Central Region, not even Elmina as well, because there are history towns govern the whole Central Region.
Exactly.
So we wanted to do some projects all over. So we need to sit him down and then we have conversation. When the time comes, my parents, you will know the first people to know about the project, and then we would love to meet him as well, because he's a very generous person and open-minded person, and he always embrace everybody that comes around. So I'm glad.
Wonderful.
I'm glad my parents are here today too.
Yeah, wonderful. Well, we will definitely be back for that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, no worries.
Yeah,
We will, because-
definitely be back for
Yes,
that.
yes.
And the project, yeah.
too,
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll talk more about
Fine.
other things
Okay,
too.
Mom.
Mhm.
You know, and if you're up for it, yeah.
Oh,
Mom,
no, we are.
We are.
Anyway.
because the thing is, we would like to introduce you to other people who are very closer and very good to us, and then
Yeah, that
we will, but
discuss
we will
the,
behind
the
scenes.
substance here.
because not only us that we have this gift, because people are here with most of the talent, but they are not well recognized. Yeah.
Mm.
So you giving us this opportunity, it touches my heart that those guys too can also.
Well, that would be great. We can come back and
Mhm.
pull artists together.
Mhm.
I think that would be a good video. So let us work on that.
Mhm.
And not only the ones that you know, but the
Mhm.
ones that I
Yeah,
know
no,
too.
too.
Of course.
So you guys get to know each
Each other.
Yeah.
And then
You know, we
even
have so much in
in
common.
common.
A lot in common.
and then
So,
this will help us to know each other,
yeah,
have something like meetings to attend.
exactly.
Then we build
exactly.
from there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
And with that, we can improve our art world
you can
here
improve the art world
and
and
the community as
The
well.
community.
So,
And I'm about community.
thank you, Mom.
That's what I'm about.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank
And
you.
the people in our community. Well, it has been a pleasure. I know this is going to be a great video. Again, this is Gwenda with the Belchers Appreciative Eye. And these are my grandsons now. I've adopted the grandsons now.
We work out.
So
Thank you.
you'll see more of them. And they're going to go back and put their heads together. And I'm going to go back and pull other artists to come with them so they can get bigger thoughts and everything. So watch out. Y'all don't know what's coming. Something is coming here. Anyway, we appreciate you stopping by the Appreciative Eye. And so don't forget to love, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Okay?
Okay.
Peace out.
Oh, I want to shout my YouTube.
Are you going to shout out?
Yeah, I want to shout my YouTube anyway.
Oh, by the way.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I
Oh,
forgot to do
please.
it.
Tell them about YouTube.
My YouTube, my art channel, I'm starting doing some little thing right there. So
Okay.
it's not something big.
Mm.
Okay.
We started like last year, right?
Yeah, last year, later part of last, somewhere in November.
November, December there. So you can find me out or find him out on the same channel,
Mhm.
Sawata Arts Ghana.
Sawata Arts Ghana.
So it's spelled
SAWATA.
SAWATA. So Ghana and art.
Mhm.
You know, we don't just do one art, so
Mhm.
it's art.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so we will definitely put that in the description and I'll write about this beautiful video that we're doing. And I'll put everything that how they can be contacted and all that other stuff. So we're going to say peace out. We love you. We'll see you soon. I will see you video really soon.
Thank you.
Bye.
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 Bye.